over there that the Bengalis or Pakistanis didn't want to work with an Indian guy or something. So stereotyping, other stuff, many other stuff is over there, right? And there is a process conflict over how work gets done. You have to use Excel, and in my laptop I can do the same stuff in Excel 2016, but he's saying that either use Excel 365 or either use 2021, and you have to do that. The same thing I can do in 2016 Excel, but he's just forcing me to do that. So that is called process conflict. Or he's forcing me to use WPS softwares, not the Microsoft product, or some other SPSS, which I don't know, or maybe I can learn, but it takes more time. The same output I can do with the Excel 2016, but he's forcing me to use SPSS. The results would be the same. You should worry about the results. That's my worry, that how I do my work. That's not your problem. But this type of things happen. The managers or your boss or your colleague gonna give you tasks and also dictate you how to do that. So that creates a process conflict. All right. So there are going to be intense arguments over who should do and why this kind of stuff we need to do that. So in that case, basically all these should resolve in storming when you are making the group. If you cannot resolve that in storming, then you cannot achieve the group performance on time, or the performance is going to be erroneous, or the suggestion going to be erroneous, or maybe you will forego a profitable opportunity because of the wrong answers you will get, or they're going to be time consuming, there's going to be a time cost, and when you suggest that, the opportunity is gone, right? So group tasks, which increases your group performances. So it is complexity and interdependence of tasks that influence the group effectiveness. So tasks can be simple or complex, right? There are going to be some routine tasks, whether the tasks are standardized or not. If these are standardized, simple. For example, in construction project, okay, every brick has the same size. Okay, the raw material is coming with the same size, so it's very, it's easy to predict, easy to plan how many bricks or how many blocks we need to order, right? It's easy. But if they are customized or something, then you need to work hard on that. It means your task has become more complex and it takes time. So idea is make more standardized things, make things standardized so you can take less time and achieve group performances. All right? Okay. Then tasks can be interdependence. What do we mean by that? Which means group members must interact with one another to perform the task. So in that case, communication is very important. If there is a conflict and you are not communicating with each other, then you cannot achieve the group performance. All right? So if task is simple or standardized, the group performance is going to be high. All right? Even if the task is complex, you try to make it, because every construction project is unique. You have to develop something new from the scratch, right? So in that case, you try to make it more standardized. And when you standardize it, it's going to be easy for you to you know to achieve the goals, or to perform your task on time, and ultimately increase your satisfaction and your performance. The number second is interdependence. If the task is independent, it's good. You are responsible for your work, but if it is interdependent, you have to do and you have to interact with people, then communication is very important. Without effective communication, there's going to be always a conflict, and when there is a conflict, you are wasting time of conflict management rather group performance. So now, due to all those disadvantages of the group thinking, conflict management, and clarity, complexity, interdependence. So there comes now the concept of teams. So what was the definition of the group? Two or more people, they interact with one another, and they are interdependent people. They interact with one another for common goal. But here, the people, two or more people, they come together to achieve the organizational goal, and everybody shares the responsibility. For example, there are two people, A and B. We have a common goal. If B completed the task early, then B helps A so that A can achieve the task as well. If A is absent, then B assume all responsibility and do the task. So B cannot say that, oh, my task is complete, I'm not responsible for A's task. I'm not have the responsibility for A. He also say that because we are team and every person is responsible for goal achievement, not just a leader. In group, everything lies on group leader's shoulder, but here in team members, every group performance lies on everybody's shoulder, every team member's shoulder. So in that case, we achieve 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. We call this synergy, in which like 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. You must have heard these kind of these kind of you can say that sentences in work group from elders or from managers. We call this synergy, in which you not only responsible for your own work but also responsible for others as well. Similarly, others are also responsible for your work as well. So in this case, learning and support is very important. So work teams, groups whose members work intensely on a specific common goals using their positive synergy, individuals and mutual accountability and complementary skills. Mutual accountability. It is not, only leader is not going to be rewarded, everyone is rewarded. Everybody say that this is my goal. Right? Here. The difference between groups and teams. So in which leadership role is shared and in which only one leader is there. Accountability, self, and here accountable only to self. Accountable to self and the team. Team creates specific goals in which purpose is same as broader organizational purpose. In which team members say create specific goal. Okay, we need to complete this project as soon as possible, and this is my goal, your goal, everybody's goal. But here we have seen there is going to be ambiguity. Purpose is ambiguous. Group member purpose is ambiguous. Group purpose align with the organizational goal, but the individual purpose is ambiguous. in which work is done collectively, and in group work is done individually, right? So normally when you are given project in your studies, so you divided the activities. Okay, you will do that, you will do that, and you are responsible for only completing this chapter, right? So he's just accountable to his own. Okay, I will be writing down the research methodology, and that's it, not more than that. Okay, you will write down the part of conclusion, and you will gather the data, and that's it. So if a person couldn't gather the data, then conclusion, that person who is responsible to write down the conclusion, how he can write down the conclusion? And he's just waiting, and he's just complaining that I am waiting. If data is come, then I would be concluding the data, that's it. He's not actively pursuing to help your classmate who is responsible to collect the data. So in that case, the group purpose fails and teams come. If he would be a team, the team member, he would be actually pursuing why you are not getting the data. Okay, let's do it together. How you can increase the participation of data participants. Okay, let's share the responsibility as well, because making a project is not just individual grading activity, but also the group, the team grading activity as well. Everybody will be given the same marks. If everybody perform well, everybody will get 20 by 20. If I put my 100% effort, if one person didn't put 100% effort, everybody is given 15 by 20. And whether he has done the work of 10 or work, he deserves 5 marks, but he would be given 15. So that is the group performance, because groups work individually, team works collectively. Meeting characterized by open-ended questions, collaborative problem solving, and here the meeting is characterized by efficiency, no collaboration or open-minded discussion. You are given external boundaries, who reports to whom, and that's it. You need to work like this, and we are working on finding the solution of this problem. Do that, and you are given responsibility. Everybody shares the individual responsibility, but here you discussed when you come closer, because everybody share the leadership role. When everybody